So I'm Lauren Udine.
I'm Imran Udine.
And we have 3 kids together. Almost 6 years ago now, we got pregnant with our first. And I wanted to birth with an OB. I wasn't really familiar with midwives. So we went to our first OB appointment, and then our second appointment was actually with Marsha because she worked with this OB. And after we had our appointment with her, she was just so much more thorough and very personable, and just made me feel like my opinion mattered, and like everything that I wanted with my birth and my pregnancy mattered. So when we got pregnant with our second, we knew that we wanted to go with Marsha. And so I called her previous place of employment, and they said that she had started Flourish. Hearing that Flourish was a birth center and there was no chance for pain interventions, I was nervous because I was like, okay, well, with my first, I did end up having an epidural because my labor was so long and so painful. And I just felt like I needed that option just in case with my second. But once I had my first appointment here, I knew that this is where we wanted to birth.
You know, midwife versus OB is like, you know, they come with the understanding that our bodies were, I shouldn't say ours, but
Their bodies.
Their bodies. We're built for this, and less intervention is better in most cases. Whereas with the OBs and the meetings that I went, or appointments that I went to with her, you know, it was much more like they had a plan and they would just try to fit you in the plan versus trying to customize the plan to fit whatever the patient's needs or desires are.
At the hospital, you get there and you have a bed, and that's pretty much it. This is much more of a homey feel, and you have the tub that is amazing during contractions, and it just helps you immensely. It helps the pain.
This past time with Barrett, our youngest, Abby was super willing to just be here, and I think that just led to her being much more comfortable, and it being a much more positive experience because of it.
There's times when you're doing a natural birth without any pain intervention that you think that you can't do it, especially during transition. And I remember just like saying, I can't do this. But Marsha and Abby both were like, you got this, and just continued to encourage me throughout the whole process.
And then the aftercare as well, I think, is something you could touch on.
In a hospital, you stay like 2 to 3 days after you have the baby, and they take him away to go clean him up and all that. They take him to another room, and here you're with your baby for the entire time after you have him. So, I mean, he never leaves the room, and you get to watch them do any tests or anything that they need right here in the bed. So that's awesome, because that's such a special bonding time that you need to be with your baby. Flourish has meant everything to us. I mean, just since being here almost 3 years ago, starting here, it's just been such a family feel, and just like home.
I think if we have another one, you know, it'll be with Flourish for sure.
Definitely, we'll be here. Yeah.